Hello, welcome to another in our looking at creating political and military simulation games on your micro by Mike Rose. In the first game, National Hero, I've been chosen to run my country after a combined civil war and foreign invasion. I have to make sure the books balance, make sure everyone's happy, and work towards an eventual election. How well will I do? We'll find out in a bit. And after that, we move on to the near future of 1992, where Ronald Reagan's Star Wars initiative has proven so successful that the nuclear-powered superpowers don't need nukes anymore, so they're sending them off to the third world. Watch me get hold of them and then bully my neighbours. Just what we need, a bit of escapism.
The National Hero game. After combined civil war and invasion, I am appointed to lead my country to recovery. I take on all the important decisions on the economy and border disputes with our neighbours. People expect me to call an election when conditions permit. My ultimate future depends on the outcome of that election. Press A key to continue. Bump. Year 1 of our administration. I made a few changes to this game as written. Originally the numbers were just numbers, which when they got large went into exponent powers of 10 nonsense, which I just couldn't read. So I changed those to round things off to millions, which is fine. Income tax was very strange. The number is held internally as 0.2. On the screen it displays it as an integer of the tax rate, 0.2, times 100, which you would expect to be 20%. In fact, it shows as 19%, which is weird. So now I just times it by 100 and that's fine. I also made some changes to how the economy worked. Do I want to call an election? Not at this stage, not with 25% popularity. So, income tax is currently 20%. I'm going to reduce it slightly to 19%. Originally the game reduced your popularity each turn by a factor of the tax rate, 1 minus the tax rate. So if tax is very high, your popularity plummets, but having any tax at all would cost you popularity, which didn't seem very sensible. So I changed it so if tax is 20%, it has a neutral effect. So it seems reasonable. The other thing is there is a dampening factor on the numbers you put in. So you can't increase or decrease by more than 90% a turn, which is fine. But also there was a wobble factor, which meant if you say I want 19% income tax, you would get plus or minus 3 to that, which made no sense. You want to reduce tax by a penny in the pound and end up increasing it by 3p in the pound, which is just stupid. So I changed that. Keep the basic wage. Let's give people a slight pay rise, 3%. We've cut taxes, therefore we need to cut back services by 25%. But we want to make it. We've just recovered from a foreign invasion, so let's increase our soldiers by 15%. Press a key to continue. Let's see how we got on. Press a key to continue. That means that our neighbours have been quite happy. Do I want to attack Slovenia? No, I think they've been quite pleasant so far. And the poor country of Bilharzia, with their nutrition problems, I'll leave them alone. Press a key to continue. Year 2. Popularity is down slightly. Balance of payments is 12 million. The country's made a little bit of money, which is nice. So the way that works is if it goes below 0, you lose popularity. If it goes above 1 billion, you lose popularity because you've got too much money in the not spending it. Originally, the game was based on a population of 1 million people. What that meant, it was each turn you get $1 billion in, and you couldn't spend money fast enough. Not with services and defence at 50 million each. So I changed it to based on 100,000 people instead. That seemed to work. I do not want to call an election at this time. I'm getting less popular. Let's reduce income tax again. Let's increase basic wage by 10%. People like having pay. Let's keep services as they are, but let's increase the defence budget by 1/3. Press a key to continue. And Slovenia has attacked the border. We have choices. We can do nothing, we can call for diplomacy, or we can fight back. I think we're going to fight back. They attacked us. I won the battle. Some territory is gained. Do I wish to attack Slovenia? No. I'm a peace-loving person. Let's not attack Bilharzia either. And let's see how we get on in year 3. So, popularity is 60%, which is excellent. Our balance of payments is we've got no money in the bank, we're breaking even. Income tax is 18%, which is down. Basic wages are up. Services are fine. Defence is pretty good. I do want to call an election. We just won a war. Let's have an election in 2 years' time. So let's keep income tax. Let's reduce it to 17%. Increase basic wages by 10% again. Increase services by 5%. And cut defence by 10%. Bilharzia has now attacked the border. Not sure why they've done that. They're not very nice. So maybe they're after vitamins. So let's call for diplomacy. And we have found a diplomatic solution, which is all very nice. As Churchill said, war is better than war. Do I wish to attack Slovenia? No, not at this time. And I don't want to attack Bilharzia, even though they deserve it. So, popularity is down. That's not good. So, we need to fix this. We've also, I think our popularity has plummeted because we've run out of money. So, let's fix this. Let's keep income tax the same. Let's increase basic wage 25%. Let's keep services the same, and let's increase the defence budget. No one's attacked us, which is a shame. So, in order to keep power, I'm going to go on some bit of adventurism. Let's attack Slovenia. I won the battle, and Bilharzia attacks us last turn. So let's attack them as well. We've gained some territory. So, we are going broke. I'm a bit more popular. Income tax is about the same. Basic wages are up. I'm not sure how that affects balance of payments, but it's up, definitely up. Services are there. Defence is 103. So, yeah, we're basically spending more money than we're taking in. So let's increase income tax to 20%. Increase basic wage again by 25%. I'm sure this will be fine. Keep services as they are. Keep defence as they are. No one's attacked us, which is nice. However, Slovenia, they're up to something. So let's launch a preemptive attack on them. And I won the battle. And Bilharzia, they are plotting against us. They always are. So let's go beat them up. So we've got a general election. How much money do you want to spend? Let's spend $10 million on the election and see how we get on. Excellent. Republican Party got 14,172 votes. Ecology Party 14,306. Democrats 29,992. And I got 63,858. And the Communists got 30,000. Either place the next government, another game? Yes, but this time let's try and make it let's try and make it worse. Oh, you're going to say yes with the capital. Let's run that again. Boom. I'm very popular. So let's call an election for now. Let's have an election in 3 years' time. I'm going to increase income tax to 90%. I'm going to increase the basic wage. I'm going to slash services and massively increase defence. Oh look, a convenient foreign war. Let's fight back. And let's attack Slovenia. I lost the battle. And I lost the battle with Bilharzia. This is bad. People have risen up against my rule. Do I want to call on the army to impose martial law? Yes, please. I've been removed from office. Tried and executed by firing squad. The army is mutinied. That's not so good. Let's try one more game. Bosh. I'm very popular already. Let's have an election in 3 years' time. Keep interest rate the same. Basic wages. Let's get everything the same. I've been attacked. So let's call for diplomacy. And we've successfully negotiated with Slovenia. I don't want to attack them. I don't want to attack Bilharzia. Popularity is down because I've gone broke. Oh, I seem to have stopped having tax. Oh yes, I didn't change income tax. I abolished income tax completely. That's not ideal. So let's increase income tax to 10%. Let's increase the basic wage. let's reduce services by 50, reduce defence by 50. And let's not attack anybody. So we're losing popularity because we're broke, which is a bit of a problem. So let's increase income tax again, increase basic wages, reduce our state budget. Let's not attack anybody because we've got no defence budget. So we're now in the black, which is nice. So let's keep things as they are. Income tax as 15%. Let's increase basic wages by a quarter. Let's increase the service budget. Keep cutting defence. No one's ever going to attack us. And we are a peace-loving people. How much do you want to spend on the election? Let's spend $100 million that we don't have and see how we get on. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So one thing I did change was the formatting of the votes. Originally was just the numbers, 9757. And I thought, well, it's hard to read, especially as they were originally in the millions. So I'll put the brackets in and write a little subroutine to basically make it tidy. So that was the National Hero game. Nuclear crisis. It is the year 1992. The superpowers are selling nuclear weapons to third world countries as they are protected by satellite weapons. We buy nuclear weaponry to replace broken equipment. The money comes from taxes and from other countries as blackmail payments of land. We carry out blackmailing by claiming territory. After that, if they don't agree, you threaten nuclear attack. If they don't back down, you can launch a single weapon. If that fails, you can launch an all-out nuclear attack. Press any key to continue. So, week 1, let's get reports on our country. 9 million square kilometres, nearly $1 billion, 10 B-1 bombers, 15 cruise missiles, 5 Pershings, 14 anti-aircraft missiles, 5 interceptors and 10 anti-missile missiles. We do the same thing on Eprabia, similar, slightly bigger than us, similar amounts of money, and on Faulenland. So now we'll leave the report stage, go on to the acquisition stage. So we're going to buy cruise missiles. Cruise missiles cost $15 million each. We'll have 50 of them. Thank you very much. We're also going to buy anti-aircraft missiles, which cost $2 million each. So the key thing you learn from this game is about cost effectiveness at the margin, which is a strategic defence initiative term. Can a defensive shield be cost effective at the margin in that it couldn't be defeated or overcome by less expensive offensive increments, improvements and countermeasures. So, the thing to remember here is B-1 bombers cost $100 million each. They are defeated by anti-aircraft missiles, which cost $2 million each. Pershing missiles cost $65 million each, and are defeated by anti-missile missiles, which cost $10 million each. Cruise missiles cost $15 million each, and are defeated by interceptors, which cost $25 million each. So what you need to do is load up on cruise missiles, because it costs much more money to defend against cruise missiles than anything else. So here we're now claiming Eprabia offering us land now. Yeah, that's not enough land, thank you. Faulenland offered us 500,000 square kilometres. It's not enough. 1 million will go home. Now we've lost 11 cruise missiles at $15 million each and made $19 million in tax revenue. So as you can clearly see here, nuclear proliferation in the third world is going to bankrupt everybody. So Eprabia, we threaten them with a nuclear war. So let's now launch a single weapon at them. Let's launch a Pershing missile. We've launched a Pershing. Let's see how that goes. And the enemy defences did not destroy it, and we've taken out 2,000 square kilometres of land. Let's launch another Pershing at Faulenland. And that also took out 5,000 square kilometres. So Eprabia have offered us 7.8 million square kilometres. Yeah, that'll do. Faulenland are taking the mickey though. 96,000? That's nothing. 114,000? No. So a B1 bomber is now broken. They cost 100 million to fix. We ain't replacing those. We've now increased our land quite nicely, 17 million square kilometres. Eprabia is a lot smaller than it was. They're still armed to the teeth. Faulenland, they're still formidable with 30 cruise missiles. So what should we do now? Let's buy some anti-aircraft missiles. 10 of them, where they defeat bombers. Onto Eprabia. They bottled down last time, so let's claim some more land. Faulenland we attack with one weapon. So what should we do now? Let's launch a full attack at them. Let's launch 5 B1 bombers, 20 nuclear armed cruise missiles and 3 Pershings. Pershings are 2-stage ballistic missiles, by the way. So we've launched 5 bombers. They destroyed 3 to hit the target. So we gave them a good drubbing. Eprabia have launched all the missiles at us. We destroyed 8 of their bombers, but most of their cruise missiles hit the target, and we destroyed most of their Pershing missiles. So we've lost 30,000 square kilometres of irradiated land. Faulenland are offering us nearly 1 million kilometres. No. 121? No. 6 million? Yeah, that'll do. 5 cruise missiles gone. That's 15 million each. We can't afford to keep up the maintenance. So we're now 24 million square kilometres of land. What's Eprabia like? They launched a massive attack because they basically, now at 3 million. They have no offensive weapons left. And Faulenland they're a lot smaller than us. So I think what we can do now is buy some more anti-aircraft missiles. And let's buy some interceptors. We've got a couple of them. And both us and Eprabia are claiming land. I'm going to threaten them with war. And they can jog on. So we're going to claim some land from Faulenland. They offered us 1 million. Yeah, that'll do. Anything more than 1 million I'll accept. Faulenland launched a massive attack at us. 8 bombers, 24 cruise missiles, 4 Pershings. And we took out their Pershings. Our cruise missiles defences were ineffective. So, week 6 now. We are the big kid on campus. Eprabia is tiny now. So is Faulenland. They've both shot their bolts pretty much. Apart from Faulenland has 2 B1 bombers. Let's have some more cruise missiles, which cost 15 million each. Let's get some more land from Eprabia. Faulenland are claiming land from us, the idiots. We're going to threaten them with war. And we are not accepting their claims, which are baseless and offensive. So Eprabia launched with nothing. I think that was a last-ditch attack as they ceased to exist. Faulenland offering us less than 1 million. They can jog on. No, it's not enough. It's not enough, mate. Again, we lose 49 million worth of money. So let's keep moving. Buy some more cruise missiles. Eprabia are claiming land on us. I think we should tell them what to do. Threaten nuclear war. Faulenland are asking for trouble, and they're going to get it. We're going to send over one of our bombers, and it got shot down. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy at all. Eprabia have offered us nearly 2 million square kilometres. I will take that. It's perfectly fine. It's our land anyway. And Faulenland are also offering us some territory. We've lost a cruise missile and an anti-aircraft missile. That's 17 million down the drain. So how are we doing now? 28 million square kilometres. Some of it irradiated. How's Eprabia doing? This country no longer exists. Take that, Eprabia. How's Faulenland? They've got 2 B1 bombers left. They're expensive B1 bombers, $100 million each. That's why I've not been buying them. And no Pershings and no cruise missiles. So, let's make sure we have enough anti-aircraft missiles. and buy some more cruise missiles to bully them. We asked for 10, they only delivered 4 because we can't afford them. Faulenland is at peace with us, not for long. Claim some land. They launched their bombers at us, and we shot them down. It was worthwhile buying more missiles. So how are we doing now? Faulenland is tiny and has no nuclear weapons to shoot attackers. Let's buy some more crews. And let's threaten nuclear war again. Let's see what they're offering. Offering us 2 million square kilometres. Yeah, that'll do. Well done. I've succeeded in vanquishing the other 2 countries, leaving myself to continue expanding throughout the continent. Those were National Hero and Nuclear Crisis. National Hero was interesting. There were some issues with the economic model in that when you first played it you can't help but get lots of money, and having lots and lots of money actually cripples your popularity. Once you fix those, it's an interesting game, although it rather chillingly does point out the great benefits to military adventurism if it all goes well, short victorious wars and all that. Nuclear Crisis was a much more sophisticated game. There were some errors in the code that I noticed. There is a quite sophisticated balance of do I bully, do I threaten, do I not, based on each country's offensive capabilities against its defensive capabilities. So it compares B-1 bombers to anti-aircraft missiles, cruise missiles to interceptors, and Pershings to anti-missile missiles. One of the problems is it also looks at money, and then compares money to Pershing missiles, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. The offensive and defensive missiles are interestingly handled. They all work exactly the same, they do the same amount of damage, and they have the same chance of being intercepted. It would have been more interesting perhaps if there were different chances of interception. So for example, B-1 bombers, you might get more chances to shoot them down, whereas Pershing missiles, they're ballistic, you get 1 shot each. If they did more damage, I mean bombers did more hits and cruise missiles were smaller. As it stands, you would never ever buy a B-1 bomber. If it was harder to shoot down cruise missiles because they're fast and low, whereas bombers are quite lumbering. I find all the games in Mike Rose's book to be challenging and certainly worthwhile typing in. Thank you for watching.